In this video, we want to use StatCrunch to evaluate whether a set of data follows a normal distribution or not. So to do that, first read through your question, and then right here we want to decide, right, it's this asks, decide whether the data appear to be approximately normally distributed by comparing data characteristics to theoretical properties. Based on theoretical properties of the normal distribution, do the data appear to be approximately distributed? Okay, so how do we determine that? We can open up our data set. We want to open up StatCrunch, and we go to Stats, Summary Stats, Columns. We can select that column. We want to add the interquartile range. We'll use that as well. And then Compute. And we want to use this information to determine what's going on over here. So notice that it says no, so the data does not fit a normal distribution, and the range, and the reasoning is that the range is less than 3 times the standard deviation. So let's look at the standard deviation. That's 0.0019, or almost 0.002. The range is 0.0075. Well, 3 times the standard deviation is a little under 0.006, which is less than the range. So no, the range is not less than 3 times the standard deviation, right? So this is not true. So let's look at B. The interquartile range is more than twice the standard deviation. Well, if we move over here, the interquartile range is 0.003. Is that more than twice the standard deviation, which is approximately 0.002? No, it's not. So that's not true. Option C is yes, the distribution of the data appears to be closely resemble normal distribution. Maybe that's true, but let's check D first. And for a normal distribution, the mean and the median are the same. Now, of course, this is a set of data points, so it's not going to be exactly the same, but is it close? Well, the mean is 0.00059, so close to 0.0006, and the median is 0.0005. We're not too far off there. So the median and the mean are roughly equal. The mean is a little higher, so it's slightly right skewed, but for a small data set of n equals 26, it's hard to really say that there is a significant difference between those two values. So we can say, yes, the distribution of the data appears to closely resemble. Well, let's go ahead and check our answer and move on. So the next part says, decide whether the data appears to be approximately normally distributed by constructing a normal probability plot. Okay. This is also called a quantile plot. And how do we do that? Well, we go back to our StatCrunch, and we go to Graph. And I told you it's also called a quantile plot. That's a QQ plot here. We want to select column 1, or variable 1. We also need to select the normal quantiles on the y-axis. We have our z-scores for these quantile plots. We have z-scores along the x-axis, and the data is along the y-axis. So we want to make sure we click this box here, then go to Compute. And we see that it is approximately a straight line. The data is approximately a straight line, which is another indicator that this data does fit a normal distribution. If this was not a straight line, then the data might either be left skewed or right skewed, depending on what the graph looks like here. But since this roughly follows a straight line again, we do have a normal distribution. But really, let's just go back to our problem here, and we want to use this plot. Right, which one of these is that? Well, that looks like C. So we'll check our answer. Well done, we did a great job. And then what is the best description of the data given, the given data based on the normal probability plot? This is a straight line, so again, the data appears to be normally distributed. And we are done.